Hello, welcome back to another episode of me rating my celebrity interactions. Now, I know this episode is going to cause a little bit of controversy because we have to now define what we feel is our opinion of celebrity. To me, a celebrity is someone who has a good influence over a community with a skilled area. To others, a celebrity is someone who appears on TV, takes part in movies, or has a high rated influence over a community. With that being said, I am going to be speaking about my interaction with JEVINHO. Now, JEVINHO is a comedy magician on TikTok. He's an OG of TikTok, as he was around when the app first started taking off. Also, he has close to 100,000 followers by producing original content, but in the way of giving magic tutorials out to people. Also, he's very respected in the magic community on TikTok. So therefore, I'm going to class JEVINHO as a celebrity interaction. So this come about during lockdown. I'd been following JEVINHO for quite some time and was very impressed with the content he was creating. As I'm a massive fan of magic and I've had the pleasure of being able to interview Jamie Raven and Darren Brown. I love JEVINHO's style in his videos, and he comes across like he's talking to his mate, but he also gives you very insightful tutorials on tricks, to be honest, which I've used with the young people at work when lessons seem to start going off in one direction, always bring them back with a magic trick. Shout out to JEVINHO, seeing if he wanted to come onto the podcast. Got a response to say he was up for it, and we arranged the time and date. I was a little bit apprehensive about the interview before we logged on, just because I was early to podcasting, and it's very hard to get that interaction when you're not face to face through a computer screen. Even though it's great being able to use Zoom to meet up with people, but it's very hard on a first interaction. We logged in and I had a 10-15 minute chat with JEVINHO, just explained who I was and about the podcast and stuff. I try not to gauge too much about my guests before I speak to them, because I like my podcast to flow as a conversation. If I get too much information before the start of the interview, I tend to forget the questions that I want to ask within the interview because I already know the answers. I don't think JEVINHO would mind me saying this, but during our chat before we hit record, it seemed a little bit cagey still, like we were still trying to work out each other, because it's basically two strangers meeting for the first time. So I got ready to hit record, and to be honest, I thought the interview was going to be okay-ish, but I didn't really know what to expect. But I've done my introduction, and then JEVINHO said this.
Thanks for your time, Lee. This is Lee Marks. Nice to meet you, mate.
From that moment, I knew that JEVINHO had my type of sense of humour, and this was going to be a great interview. And the interview was really fantastic. He went into depth about how he got on TikTok, a little bit about his private life, also how he handles the hate that gets thrown his way on TikTok, and how he stays positive. So the interview was fantastic, and because of that, I'm going to give this rating a 9 out of 10. Now, the reason why I'm going to give it 9 out of 10, like I said, I was very early to podcasting. I was having some technical issues with my computer and stuff like that, which interrupted the flow a bit of the interview. But overall, it was a fantastic conversation. So I would advise anyone, if you're a fan of JEVINHO, please head over to the Non-Identity Podcast channel on YouTube and catch the interview. And please head over to JEVINHO's TikTok channel to give him a follow. Well, thanks for watching this episode. Please like, follow, leave a comment and all that stuff. And remember to stick around to the end of this mini-series to find out which celebrity I did not have a great interaction with. See you in the next one.